going to show how to replace your garage door rollers if you have one of these older sort of designs. This dates to about the early 90s, this particular design, and it's still very common, but there are some that are a little different. This in particular is what you're looking for. You're looking for some fasteners up here. You can see on the other side. What's going on here is you have this vertical track and then this curved track. These are two different tracks, so this comes apart. These fasteners are holding the track to this bracket. These fasteners are holding this curved track to the bracket, and these fasteners are holding the bracket to the wall. So if you have this set up, what you can do is remove these fasteners, and that will allow this to move back and forth. But then to pull it off the wall completely, all you have to do is remove the lag screws. So you'll have something like this, like that lag screw there. You'll probably have two, and then another one down here. And this allows you then to take this track out completely. Then you can just pull the wheels out and put the new ones in. It's really important if you are changing your garage door rollers, never ever to remove this bracket while you have the garage door down. The reason is because this cable here is under tension, a lot of tension. And if you even loosen these fasteners, this thing's gonna fly up in your face. So don't do that. But the good news is, to replace the rollers, you don't have to do that because you can take the track off. Alright, so you'll want to put your garage door down and then unplug your garage door opener. Okay, so here's what I mean. I'm going to remove these fasteners. And again, I'm doing these lower ones here. I'm just going to use an impact because I have one, but you can use a regular ratchet with a deep socket or even a regular wrench. Okay, so you can see you can take these two out. And now this will be free to move once we get these lag screws out. So now you can take this whole thing and pull it right out. I'll show you what I mean. Like this, put those in your pocket so you don't lose those. See that? So you can just wrap it however it works for you. For me, it works just to kind of pull it like that on this particular one. And so now that you have this track off, you can just pull out the wheels. And just pull it out. Here, 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 and here. And this is the most useful part of this method, in my opinion, is because with these 7-inch stems, it's very difficult to pull the track back in any kind of fashion to get those out. If you just take the track off though, look, easily pull them out. Okay, so you might have your little sensor deal closer, and that's okay, just remove it. So usually there's just a couple little fasteners like wood screws, depending what kind of material it's going into. Just remove those. What you can do to help you remember where to put it, if you can take a pen and make a little mark, but your holes should line up okay. So now we'll replace these rollers. You'll notice when we pull out these rollers that there may or may not be a little bit of grease. These just have a little bit on them. If you have grease, go ahead and grease your new rollers. If you don't have grease, it's not a big deal. You can always just put your new rollers back in the hole, and the grease that's in there will help to lubricate them some. But it's definitely better if you can grease them. The reason it's better is because it'll help them to be a little bit quieter. So you don't have to use this. I'm using Mobile XHP 222 just because I have a lot of it. I'm just going to lube this up real well. Alright, these are ready to go, so I'll just grab one and put it back in. And if you get confused and you don't remember what hole if it went into this one or this one, it's almost always the outside one. It's the only one that'll line up with your track too. This one will be way far inside. Then once you have all the new rollers in, well not all of them, but all the ones that are below that joint there, you just take the track and you put it back in, and the easiest way to do this is to kind of take it like this and put it so it's underneath, whoops, so it's underneath there. So get it in at the top and turn it like that so that this curved part is going to be able to catch each of the wheels. And then all you have to do is turn it, right? Okay. You can see the wheels are back on the track. And make sure that, oh, that one's not in. Make sure that all of them are in the track. There we go. Okay, now we'll put the fasteners back. Remember when you put the fasteners in to put the bolt through this side, because otherwise it'll interfere with the wheel. So just make sure it looks like how it was on the top, because you was putting in these bottom ones. Make sure the track is lined up on the inside, and then tack them down. Now we'll get these lag screws back in. Make sure you get both of them, or however many you have on your door. So just double check that you have all your fasteners in that you took out. In my case, these 2 lag screws and these two bolts up there with the nuts and the star washers. And we're all set as far as the lower part. Now for this last wheel here, all we have to do is remove this nut, that nut, and this whole bracket will pull off. Okay, you can see I just removed those nuts, and then it's just a matter of pulling it up and out. Put the new wheel on. There's the new wheel. Now to get it back in, just same deal, turn it, and get it lined up, and put the fasteners back. Alright, so there's the fasteners in, the bracket's back on, and all of these rollers are now replaced. All of the hardware is back in, and so we're ready to go to the next side and do it all over again, and that's it. So don't remove this while the door is down. If you have to remove that, your door needs to be up and you need to have a brake on the door and all of that. These other ones though, these other hinges you can remove, just like the one on the top that we removed. It's just that sometimes these are a little tricky because you'll see like there's often interference here and you can't quite get a tool on it, so you have to wiggle it around. It's much easier if you have this design to just take the track off. So I hope this was helpful for you and you can use this to save yourself about $100, usually about what it costs to have these rollers replaced by somebody. Take care, good luck with your repair.